Now I'm going to speak about the Sabah's festival. Sabah is a country where there are also multiracial people are living. Firstly, it's about the Sabah festival. Sabah festival is all about the Sabahan people celebrating the culture's diversity and their importance in Sabah and also their unique heritage. Secondly, is about the Pesta Kelapa festival. Pesta Kelapa festival is also known as the Coconut Festival. It is to support. The festival shows the significance of this fruit in the social economic structure among the Kudat people and the Kudat district. Thirdly is the Pesta Kamatan. The Pesta Kamatan is to show the importance of the rice in the Sabah district. Sabah people believe that Kinongan sacrificed his only daughter and made his body parts into rice. That this festival usually take place in the first week of the May. Next up is Pesta Rumbia. Pesta Rumbia is the necessary part of Visayas and Kadazan people's daily diet. Next up is the Dragon Boat Race. The Dragon Boat Race will be conducted on the 5th day of the 5th lunar month. This is to show the boat riders will take a ride across the Milo River by pounding the drums loudly. And finally, Sabahan people celebrate all the four main festivals, which is Hari Raya Aidilfitri, Chinese New Year, Deepavali and Christmas every year annually. That's all, and thank you. I'll pass the next slide to my group member.
Traditional costume for Iban. The traditional costume of the Iban for women is Mari Empang and Kain Hebat. Mari Empang is a combination of beads and hand-sewn decorated outer garment made of cotton, and it is usually dyed red. Every Iban woman must wear that occasionally or festival. In the ngajat or traditional dance, Iban dance performed by the Iban woman, the Mari Empang must be worn as part of the outer garment that adorns her shoulder. Kain Hebat, a fabric patterned with the ikat, the tie technique. Usually the Kain Hebat is decorated with colorful stripes. It is also made of cotton. The Kain Hebat is narrow and reaches only to the knee. Iban women wear a dress consisting of the Kain Hebat, the Mari Empang, a chest ornament, the Sugu Tinggi headdress, and other silver jewelry as a coin, belt, and bangles. The loincloth, a very ancient garment, which is no longer worn by the modern Iban. The original material for the loincloth is bark mulch. The way to tie a sirah is to take 10 strips of cloth for about 10 inches wide and 10 to 12 feet long. The end of the cloth is decorated with beautiful embroidery or weaving. In traditional Iban costumes of the man, sirah is worn with a very long loincloth around the waist between the two shafts, one end hanging forward through the legs and dressed like an apron, and the other around the waist. There should be a small tail at the back. The loincloth worn in this way is quite secure and doesn't fall down. They also wear accessories such as belt, a silver arm, an ankle chain, and a headdress decorated with hornbill feathers. Traditional foods of Iban. Popular foods of the Iban include tubu, tua, and panso. The Iban tribe originates from Sarawak, Borneo. Their traditional food is called panso, which simply means that the food or dish is cooked in a bamboo boat. It is naturally clean, light, and simple. The food meat, chicken, fish, vegetables, and even rice, along with the spices, are all pulled together in the bamboo boat and then cooked directly over an open fire. The unique thing about using that bamboo boat for cooking is that the bamboo adds a special flavor and texture to the food that cannot be achieved with other methods such as woks. Forest ferns holds a special place in people's diet. The two most popular ferns that are used as vegetables are midin and the popular head, which is called pucuk paku in Malay. The midin grows wild in secondary forests and is a speciality of the state. It has curly fronds and is still very crunchy even after cooking. The rural people have always considered the fern as tasty and nutritious food or veggie. The rise of the jungle fern from rural staple to urban government green occurred in the 1980s with the increasing rural exodus of Iban. The aromatic leaves of the tree, like the bungkang, are also used in cooking to different flavor dishes. One of the most famous Iban dishes is panso manok, ayam panso, is in which chicken and lemongrass are cooked in a bamboo boat over an open fire. This natural way of cooking seals in the flavors and produces an amazingly tender chicken and with the sauce that smells of lemongrass and bamboo mixed.
Iban language. The Iban language is the native language of the Iban people, a branch of the Dayak ethnic group who live in Brunei, the Indonesian province of West Kalimantan, and in the Malaysian state of Sarawak. Iban is classified as a Malayic language and Malayo-Polynesian branch of the Austronesian language family. There are currently about 800,000 native Iban speakers of the Iban language. The language is mostly taught to students in rural areas with a majority Iban population in Sarawak. In big cities like Kuching, only a small number of school teachers Iban language due to the limited amount of teachers who are capable of teaching Iban language. The Iban language is presently written using the Latin alphabet.
Religions. In the past few hundred years, the essentials of Iban people practice their traditional custom and pagan religion system. However, after European Christian colonies entered Iban, many Ibans were influenced by European missionaries and converted to Christianity. After Christianization, most Iban changed their traditional name to Christian names based on the Harvard. Most Iban people usually celebrate Christian holidays such as Christmas, Good Friday, and Easter. Some Ibans are devout Christians and will strictly follow the Christian faith. Since converting to Christianity, some Ibans have used Christian names, Christian methods to celebrate their pagan festival of their ancestors. Although the Iban people have different religion and belief, they still live together and help each other regardless of the belief. Nevertheless, due to the different religions and policies searched within the Ibans, some Ibans have separated. Since they converted to Christianity and adopted a more modern lifestyle, their culture has disappeared among most Ibans youngs. However, most Ibans still support current progress and development. What are some obstacles to national unity? The reason that hinders nation unity in Malaysia should be fake news. At that time, the information was underdeveloped and their failed report were mislead the people as to obtain huge benefit in policies, economies, stocks, and markets. Although their failed reports can bring benefits, the consequences are also obviously. It, it is the subsequent incidence of racial discrimination and the mistrust between various ethnic groups. Until today, Malaysia is still a developing country, and the factor included in unity and distrust amongst various ethnic groups in the 190th century. Malaysia was still an advanced country, and it was a leading position in terms of economy and development, even more advanced than Korea, Japan, and China.
Assam, the government invented for national development. To the end, government for all countries should promote the formula of an narrative that support the previously, including the prevalence for the pricing, competition politic, the impressity for the rule of law, and open trade and investment for work, and should financial policy and policy in the field of financial engineering policy must not only promote digital safe, but also on entry program regulate to the promoted in order to privacy that two goals. The future, the document financial market must important in order to meet the need for poor, decelerating, and various social group, and to create more and better employment policy. It is necessary to focus on processing macroeconomy policy and the development of public economy policy and issues such as employment for women and men social even issues. Countries should include social, environment, social, and important factors when formula and imperative fragility. Special entity should be paid to impact for the social achievement plan on poor, distributed, and value social group.
The Rukun Negara was the national philosophy that was created after the events of 13 May 1969. In my opinion, it has brought many people together and made us more united as one. But in recent times, it has shown that it doesn't matter about our race at this point, because certain people make decisions based off race, and they don't really follow the Rukun Negara word for word as it's stated. It comes down to many things, like parents not teaching their children the right way to address certain races, or politicians making certain decisions based off race. Even school quotas, like certain students can't enter schools because of their race, because they have like a certain quota that's allowed to be in the school, which I feel is wrong, despite them having amazing marks. So for those reasons, I disagree that the Rukun Negara has helped now, but maybe before I was born, or in the early days, it did help, but now it just doesn't help.